Hey everybody, it's May 14th, 2025, and it's just my opinion, Bob. So welcome everybody, and love the comments, love the exchange of conversation with 98% of you. I still have faith in the last 2% that we'll get along, but everybody seems to be on the same track, and we all have this different things to share. So today's video is going to be on playing your instrument, guitar, whatever you play, when you don't have power, or busking. Some people like to refer to it as busking. So before I do that though, I just want to mention a couple things real quick. A couple of my videos were on humidity, and one person suggested to me to try this Wise Orb brand. These are available on Amazon, and it's a 5-pack. It's for $12.98. There's no cloth bag or anything. They just come sealed in these packages here, each one. It keeps your guitar at 49, or your instrument at 49% humidity. You know, it either adds or takes it away, but it keeps it at 49. So it's been 3 weeks since I've been playing with that and testing it. And I have to tell you, so far, what I did was I put it in one of those containers I was using with a gauge, and as you can see on my gauge, it is keeping it at 49%. And this is from 3 weeks. And as I said, it's May 14th, and in South Carolina, it feels like summer's here. The humidity is high today, so I have to say, for $13 or whatever they cost for 5 of them, yeah, that seems like a win-win. Seems like a good product. I'm glad someone suggested this to me. Otherwise, it's just another case where I wouldn't have known about them unless I made the YouTube video and we exchanged ideas. So other people also had some ideas about a simple way to do it, where you can just put a cup of water in the box. You don't have to submerge the things. And I guess there's just all different ways you can do this. So whatever way works best for you, that's what I suggest you do. The other quick word I wanted to mention is, boy, I don't know how many of you buy guitars online or whatever. I have a bad habit of doing that, but the market is kind of stale right now with all this tariff issue. If you're one of those people like myself that buys overseas and buys here in the United States is not really much of a problem buying it from here. But if I buy from Indonesia, if I buy from China, if I buy from, I'm having a lot of problems. And a lot of sellers won't even sell. They'll just tell you this is undeliverable and we do not sell this to your location. So it's still a mess and it's got to get sorted out. But yeah, do I really need any more guitars? Mary says no, so I'm going to go with that for now. So today, let's get on to the subject of when you perform with no power. Of course, when I go to play with friends or people and we're just going to sit down and learn some stuff and just play amongst ourselves, all you need is your acoustic guitar. Yes, just your acoustic guitar, and that'll do it. You just sing with your voice you have. When you have more than that, or you're required, or you want to use your PA, this is the setup I take with me. I hope you can see this all right. I'll move this a little bit. But this is my gear when I go. The guitar straps onto my back. These 2 bags I'll bundle into one. I hold in one hand, and here's my amp I hold in the other hand. It's one trip in. Everything I need is there. Everything complete. What I'm going to show you is what I use. You probably have your own preferences and things that you like, and you'll say, gee, Bob, I tried that you had, and this, that, it's not for me. Probably not, but it's for me. I have a rule now, any piece of equipment it takes 2 hands to pick up. I don't own it. I don't own it. It's got to be able to pick it up with one hand, or I have no use for it. With the exception of the electronic drum kit, you do need 2 hands. If you try it with one hand, it usually ends with the term kerplunk, because that's what's going to, you need 2 hands. But other than that, nah, I ain't picking up nothing. If it takes 2 hands, I'm not using it. So with this, my guitar is in the soft case, and that's what I use when I'm traveling, when I go to a friend's house, or we're gonna play in a park, or anywhere where there's not power. I'm using the gig bag case. It's heavily padded, and in that case, I have my capo, my picks, my lead cord, my iPad, my strap is in the bag. I have extra batteries in case the 9-volt should go, which it probably does on the one day you want to use it, and I'm all set with that. In my amplifier, I have this in a cajon bag. This is my favorite amp. Maybe it's not yours. This is a Roland Cube. The Cube comes in a few different variations, and now Boss is also making a Cube. This is an older Roland, and this is called the EX. The regular Cube, a Roland Cube, is 2.5 watts. This is the EX. This has a switch. You can run it 2 different levels. You can run it at 2.5 watts, 25 watts, or 50 watts. And the beauty is, it runs on 6 AA batteries. So that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Of course, it's Class D, and what difference does that make? But let me just show you the pack. Watch yourself, son. What did I do with the pack? Here it is. Don't go away. Hang on. I'm sorry. It takes 8 AA's. I couldn't count. I couldn't count up to 8. It takes 8 AA's. You can see them all in there. They're all enclosed. I always put a date on it, what date I put the batteries in, so we could have a birthday party, or when they go, I know how long they've been in there. This just slips right in the amp, right in the back. I don't like to keep the batteries in the amp. It just slips in, you bolt it, and you're in business. Battery powered, 50 watts, excellent. Also, which is a big plus for me, I have to have this stand mount. I am a big believer, and I don't care how strong the amplifier is, it's got to be on a stand to get the sound out. Now, I don't use a 5 or 6 foot stand. I use the small stand. All my gear packs right into this bag here. My stand's in here. My guitar stand is in here. My stand for my iPad is in here. Any extra cords I need, XLR cords I need, they're all in here. This is the size stand I use, and you know, it adjusts to the height. But that's it. I just need the small stand because I want to get the sound up and out. It doesn't matter how loud that amp is. If it's on the floor, you have a tough time cutting through the crowd unless the only people you're entertaining are right in front of you. But I like to have it on a stand, so it's at least at my shoulder height or my head height when I'm performing. And then of course all my controls are right there for it too. Now, this particular Cube is an answer to every one of my needs. This is good for an acoustic guitar player. It has your microphone input for your vocals, but it's a modeling amp. So I use it for acoustic guitar, and I can use it for electric guitar. It has all the models for electric if you want. It comes with a built-in tuner. It's got the overdrive. It's got the acoustic simulator if you're just using electric and you want to make it sound like an acoustic. It has the 3-band equalization, and that's for the vocal also. And this channel here for your mic, you could also just put another instrument in. It has your reverb, the chorus, the delay. It's a win-win. You can put, it's got the tuner built in. There's a whole host of inputs and outputs in the back. It's the answer for me. It's good output. It has the two 6.5 inch, they're either 6.5 or 8-inch speakers. I believe these are 8-inch speakers with the center tweeter in it. And it's just Roland. I mean, they make great effects. Well, they make a great amp too. These can also be linked stereo if you wanted more than one. I've never needed anything more than this amp. So this is a Roland Cube Street EX. The EX signifies the 50 watt. So this also can be powered too. But I like it when I'm just using it for non-powered. This is my go-to. And it's one-handed. High output, super amp. And like I said, the stand, same thing. I just need it moderate height. All my other gear is in there. For my iPad, this is what I was saying, when I have this is what I use for my iPad. Now, at first look, this kind of looks like a plumber's nightmare, but actually, it just fits right on the mic stand, and you just put your iPad right in here. Because Bob forgets the words a lot of times, so I use my iPad to remind me of the lyrics, sometimes the chords. So it's a handy device, but I put it together, but normally I just put it in that bag when I take it with me. Instead of bringing a tripod with another thing, and this all connects to the microphone stand, makes it nice. Just like if you, I have a table too, a small square table that attaches to the microphone stand. Everything all in one, and that's how I like it. I don't like it to look too cluttered when I'm playing. And last but not least, if I'm using the Roland, I guess I could use this with either one, but when I'm using the Roland, I also bring this. This is a Pro-Line product. And you see this for sale. This goes on sale a lot on Musician's Friend or Guitar Center. If I can get the thing open, oh, I got the plastic cloth in there. Okay, you have your microphone stand with the boom in here. Full-size stand, full-size boom. You have a 25-foot XLR cord. You have a dynamic microphone. This comes with a dynamic mic. It's a Pro-Line. It's a great mic for performing. I'm not saying you're going to cut a CD with it or record an album in a studio, but for performing, it's a great mic. With that, you also get the microphone holder. So it's all complete, and I keep an extra LXR cable in here for a 6-footer for when I'm using this. So, I don't know, these are on sale like 39 bucks, and this is great. It's one thing in your hand, and I put the other bag right in here to carry, and all my gear is in there, and that's it. And it's for a high output situation when I'm playing in a club or out in a park. For a lot of people, this is a very high output situation. When I don't need high output, this is a neat product. It's not made anymore, but you can find these on Reverb or eBay. This is a Fender. It's a Fender Passport. Like Passport makes the Fender PAs. Well, this is the Passport for an amp. And again, it's the same function. It's for a mic. You have your mic input here, or an instrument, whichever, with your basic volume, tone, and reverb for that one channel. So an XLR with a 1/4 inch for that channel. The next channel has your 1/4 inch, and it's a little bit different. I use it for acoustic guitar, but you put your acoustic guitar in, and you can have it sound natural, and then you can move it to a parlor. You can make your guitar sound like a parlor guitar. You can make it sound like a dreadnought. Then you can move it and make it sound like a jumbo. So there's these 4 presets, and then of the 4 presets, each one of them has 2 presets within it for delay, reverb, different effects. Pretty versatile. And if you're putting an electric guitar into it, well, then you go down here and it's a Fender Twin Reverb, the 57 Champ, the British 60s, the British 80s, and all the effects on there too. You also have 2 additional channels. This thing is a powerhouse. It's a 6.5 inch speaker, and it runs on 6 C batteries. You can also plug it in, but this runs on 6 C batteries. Now it doesn't have a mic stand, but it's small enough you can just put it up on something. And again, it's a one-handed job here. But there's a pretty neat unit for well under $200, well under that. I've seen these go for about 100. Sometimes I see them go for 150. Well worth it. Neat little toy. Got the built-in tuner. You can also put your music in here. It's got the 1/8 inch stereo jack to put your music in if you're playing that along with it, backtracks. Your headphones, and then the USB when you want to get update and have all the other effects, and you can doctor it up and do all that other stuff. But again, this would work in I've used this in a small coffee house type of thing. I mean, it sounds good, and it's great. And when I say light, I mean it's not high output, but it's good for small gigs or practicing. And I don't even bring the other bags. I don't bring the mic stand. I don't bring the bag for the stand. So I leave the microphone here, and I just use this as a headset. This is Audio Technica. It's got the XLR connector on it, so it plugs right into this. You don't need any mic stand or boom. This just goes on your head and you're all set. So there's one less piece to bring with you. This just fits right in my gig bag on the guitar. So as you can see, I just like things that are convenient, but yet do the job. It's got to be able to do the job. And I'm sure you're going to suggest your favorites, and I know there's a lot of them. A lot of people love the Fishman Loudbox, great. I don't think they're pole mountable, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But they're great units. I've tried the Marshall, I've had the Fenders, I've had, oh my gosh, I've had quite a few. But this is the one that kind of does it for me. I like that Roland unit. It's great. And I also have, I'll do another video on powering when you need it for power. But everything I just showed you, you don't need any AC power whatsoever. Everything will run on batteries, and that's great. I have a friend that just got a keyboard set up, and he's so proud of the fact that you know how it is for keyboard players. It's very difficult. And he's got it down to, he's got his keyboard on his back in a gig backpack, and he's got his gear on a cart, and he makes one trip. He only has to make one trip from the car, and it's complete, unlike several trips in the past. So as we get older, we find things that are more convenient, and of course technology is giving us products that make us sound better and do the job for what we want. So that's basically all I wanted to cover today. I hope everybody's doing well, and I'll be back with another video on what I use for power, and it's going to be another Roland product, but a little bit different, but a lot of things will be the same. And like I said, this setup is good for electric or acoustic, either one. It's a modeling amp. It has all the bells and whistles on it. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll try and answer it. So, okay, everybody enjoy your day, and I'll talk with you later.